What if the racing icon you thought you knew took a shocking turn? Danica Patrick, who was once celebrated as a trailblazer in NASCAR, is now making waves with bold political comments that have the internet buzzing. Her unexpected shift from racing legend to outspoken conservative voice has left many questioning her stance on today's most controversial issues. Danica Patrick has never been shy about speaking her mind, but her recent remarks have stirred the pot like never before. Known for her groundbreaking career in a male-dominated sport, Patrick's outspokenness has always drawn attention. Her commentary rarely goes unnoticed, whether tackling issues in racing or addressing hot political topics. But her most recent statements have left many wondering if she's taken her outspokenness to a whole new level. Controversy has often found Patrick in its midst. Patrick's outspoken comments about women in sports, they're very few navigable through treacherous paths. Her critique of the government during the COVID-19 saga, and her oftentimes candid forays into other topical and divisive issues show that she is no stranger to controversy. One strong point was when she attacked the climate policy of California during the wildfires, while many questioned what she stood for in terms of the environment. However, what is equally a hallmark of Patrick is that she did not hide from such backlash. She was aggressive in her views and managed to go public with her debates about issues that touched her heart. But the real bombshell is her endorsement of former President Donald Trump. Patrick went so far as to throw her support behind Trump regarding his decision to withdraw Dr. Anthony Fauci's security details. It triggered a reaction among her fan base and political circles. Some view it as a bold move to stand with conservative principles, but others see it as a reckless choice in an already polarized political atmosphere, likely to cause more divisions. Patrick's remarks regarding Trump's position are firmly in the political realm and have led many to wonder where her present prospects lie in the world of racing and politics. Just as you thought things couldn't possibly get worse, every comment Patrick has made has spawned even more reactions across social media. The discourse only becomes more incendiary as she continues to hold her position on these contentious issues. While political discussion featuring Danica Patrick may rage on for interminable hours, the American hero draws equal amounts of scorn and support from both sides of the aisle. Patrick's blunt comments in support of Trump and conservative causes have received backlash, with some praising her for sticking to her guns, while others accuse her of using her platform to push a divisive agenda. This dichotomy of opinion has served to amplify Danica's presence in the media sphere as the lightning rod for political talks. The other side of her supporters views Patrick's conservative opinions as a breath of fresh air against a world of political correctness that seeks to silence women's voices in sports. While they applaud her for being outspoken and supportive of right-wing causes, many now feel that celebrities, especially women athletes, have often been pressured into political correctness. Patrick's criticism of big government, free speech, and the mainstream media earned her support from the conservative crowd, who feel she symbolizes a voice that is often drowned out within the celebrity world. Some even claim that her courage to stand firm with her political views gives her further potential to be a role model for anyone feeling oppressed by today's culture. On the other hand, there have been waves of criticism against Patrick. The critics contend that her comments are contrary to any moves toward unification and progress. Some of them have accused her of adhering to a political philosophy hostile to social justice and equality. In particular, her open support for Trump's moves concerning the pandemic and vaccine policies has been likened to a death sentence by those who consider those views to be injurious. Misinformed partisan endorsements of Patrick, as her critics allege, only legitimize dueling views that further fracture the environment with political opportunism. In that regard, the fallout has already created semi-open hysteria on social media, with many fans beginning to consider whether they can still support her as an athlete and a public figure. As Patrick's political and environmental views have gained traction, she has been using social media to gain further exposure for her messages. On platforms such as X, formerly Twitter, Patrick engaged fans and critics alike, often with her public posts precipitating heated back-and-forth conversations in which thousands of comments showcase the great divide in public opinion. So far, this kind of digital influence has made Patrick into something more than a sports figure. She has blossomed into a political participant who lends her voice to push for conservative causes and propound on public debates far beyond the racetrack. Danica Patrick has increasingly made public appearances and engaged with conservative circles, solidifying her role not only as a former racing icon, but also as a political advocate. Whether through interviews, speaking events, or podcasts, Patrick's association with right-wing figures has made her a key figure in conservative media. Her appearances at political rallies and participation in events supporting conservative causes have given her a platform to directly address her supporters. This engagement has helped her build a loyal following, who view her as an outspoken advocate for freedom of expression and individual rights. Patrick's legacy in NASCAR is undeniably significant. She made history as the first woman to win an IndyCar Series race and to compete in the prestigious Daytona 500. Her trailblazing career in motorsports broke barriers for women, but now, her transition from the racing world to political advocacy shows a shift in how she wants to be remembered. Though no longer racing professionally, she remains a prominent figure, leveraging her fame to influence public opinion on political matters. This transition has allowed her to redefine her legacy, showing that her impact extends beyond the racetrack. Besides her political commitment, Patrick is unrelenting in wellness and business endeavors. She started her Proper Wellness brand, wherein the products enhance both physical and mental well-being. This entrepreneurial spirit seamlessly flows into her brand, and she openly speaks of health and self-care as a focus in her post-racing life. Moreover, Patrick's business pursuits empower others, particularly women, to take charge of their health and financial well-being. It has now become clear as she evolves and matures that Danica Patrick is no longer simply an ex-professional athlete, but a multifactorial personality influential in political and business affairs. The impact Danica Patrick had in NASCAR and sponsorships is unimaginably high. As one of the most publicized female drivers in the sport's history, she made it possible for a much broader, more diverse audience to be brought into the sport. Her presence in NASCAR drew mainstream media attention, as well as casual viewers who otherwise would probably not have had a passing interest in motorsport. While her racing career has seen quite a few historic firsts, it also had an uncommon appeal to sponsors. Patrick had her share of lucrative sponsorship deals with big brands such as GoDaddy, Coca-Cola, and Nature's Bakery. But this sponsorship was not just about racing. It became equally important in promoting Patrick as a role model for young women in male-dominated industries. Her sponsorships created a pathway for other female athletes in NASCAR and encouraged brands to support female drivers, thus ensuring a broader reach for NASCAR. However, as Patrick became more vocal in her political views, NASCAR's response to her involvement in controversial topics became more complex. The sport, long known for its deep Southern roots and loyal fan base, is not a stranger to political discussions. Still, NASCAR has often been cautious when it comes to publicly endorsing any political ideologies. Patrick's open endorsement of conservative figures, including her support for Donald Trump, has caused some division within the fan base. Some supporters admired her courage to speak out, while others were disappointed by her political stance. As a result, NASCAR has had to carefully navigate how it addresses the political leanings of its drivers, especially those like Patrick who have such a prominent platform. In conclusion, Danica Patrick's influence on NASCAR and her impact on the world of politics, business, and social media is undeniable. She has transformed from a groundbreaking athlete to a multifaceted public figure with strong political and entrepreneurial ties. Her boldness in both racing and advocacy has left a lasting legacy, and her influence will continue to be felt in NASCAR and beyond. What do you think about Danica Patrick's transition into political advocacy? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more content on powerful figures shaping today's world.